Okay, so we are live with Benjamin. Benjamin, so just explain to people you are basically in South Africa right now. You want to grow your brand in South Africa, yes? Benjamin, you're on mute. Benjamin, you there?
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry. Yes, now I'm here.
yeah. So
Yes, actually, we started this brand here in South Africa. Then we went to Namibia, trying to get to Zambia. Yeah, just like I was trying to say that I'm actually based in Angola, but I'm trying to promote the brand Shea Butter, which is into the what can I say the cosmetic line. Yeah, so I'm trying to market it within the southern region. Now that I have a brand called Yam. This is our brand, Yam Products.
YAM, how do you spell it?
Y A M.
Yeah, Gum Products. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, Yam Products, shea butter. This is the shea butter that is comes from West Africa, from
okay.
Nigeria or Ghana.
Can you market it also in the UK?
Well, the truth part of it is that Ghana actually exports in large quantities in Europe.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
they
but you
get
want
it from the Ghana is the largest exporter for this same shea butter products in Europe.
and what does the product do?
Well, it does a lot of things. It does a lot of things. Actually, what I can do is I can maybe even send I think the brochure maybe after the
Yeah, but you
lesson.
gotta explain it to people so that people get it as well, right? So like you have to learn to be a salesman every time because one thing I've learned about sales is people sometimes I'm like, okay, how much does it cost? And then they're like, oh, we have to have this call or something. You just want to get to the point. So like if a customer, especially because hopefully I can train you over time to sell into the American, British markets, etc. And so we have to learn to sell. So and if you say to the guy, I'll send you the brochure later, you might lose it, you might lose a sale. So you have to say, okay, so you have to be able to explain your product and concept in a couple of sentences. So
Wow.
go ahead.
Okay.
I'm testing you now.
Okay. Let me just back on the
Okay.
move.
You do rental cars when you're traveling?
Uh, no,
Oh,
actually,
you
no.
you drove your car from Zambia to South Africa?
No. I flew, but I've got friends here who
Oh,
I use their cars.
okay. So
Yeah.
go ahead. When you parked safely, explain to us what Yam does because if you want to work with me over the next couple of weeks or whatever, like I think you were in one of my calls a few weeks ago, and then like I can help you strategize, right, and also think about digital strategy and also think about how we can help you grow this business. Yes, but then I need to understand
Yes.
a bit more about the product, and then when we think, and then hopefully over time maybe other people can see this product and service. And I'm streaming right now on StreamYard, which is a service, and it's going live to my Facebook. Are you connected to me on Facebook?
No, actually, I'm not even on Facebook.
Okay, and LinkedIn and things like that. So yeah, so just just be aware, like you're on, but let's try to see if we can help you make it a maybe potentially even an online brand at a later stage. Yeah, it's not easy to do because
Yes.
that's like a not your area of expertise, but you can start from somewhere, right? But go ahead, explain what Yam Products does.
Okay. Just like I was trying to explain, or what I was saying, this is actually called Iyam, not yam, but iyam.
E.
Yam like EYAM.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a raw African, raw Africa. It's raw. It's natural. It's a product, natural raw African, and it has got a lot of advantages for the skin, and not only for the skin, but even for the hair. If we're talking about the advantages of the skin, it reduces the appearance of the stretch marks on the skin, especially when you've got stretch marks. There are some women, not only women, even us men. Sometimes when you're in the phase, or maybe when you are fat and you start losing weight, you develop some stretch marks on your body. So that program, of course, when you start applying it on your body, it reduces those stretch marks, wrinkles, also scars, also, and the bends. Sometimes when you bend, you have those scars, or those marks that remain on you.
Yeah.
So when you use that product, of course, it reduces those things, and sometimes it even reduces them to zero. Sometimes the bend can be that bigger, but when you start using shea butter, it reduces them. Reduces till as time goes on, it even disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it also moisturizes the skin. Yeah, and preventing from the sunburn. Sometimes even when you go to the beach, or when you go have of course to the beach, there's sunburn. So if you use shea butter, it protects the skin.
Okay, so basically it helps your
other benefits.
so it helps your skin, moisturizes the skin, it gets rid of scars on your skin.
Yes, and it reduces even the pimples, also ringworms, dark spots, and what can how can I explain it, or how can I put the eczema?
Yeah.
Okay, it reduces those also. Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's really amazing. And is it where does it grow, Iyam?
Well, yam, it grows. It's like a nut. That one grows from. It's a Nigerian product.
Okay.
It's not found in any part of I don't know whether I can say in part of the world or part of Africa, but it's only found in Nigeria.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a nut, So, and what it does is that same nut, you crack it, and then the inner part of it, that is what is used to make shea butter.
And is it good for all skin type, black, white, etc.? Brown?
Is it good for?
Like black skin, white skin, brown skin?
Oh yes. Actually, it's meant for all types of skin.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether you're white, you're black, yellow, green, blue, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's made for all types of skin.
Okay. And so, how much do you buy the product for roughly?
Because I buy in bulk, I have to really. Well, I buy in bulk, so, and then we do after buying in bulk, and then I do a retail.
What's the minimum size that you have to buy?
Well, for me, I don't really have a minimum size, but I buy at least a minimum size of 1 ton.
1 ton. Wow. Okay. So that can make enough for how many people buying one product, let's say?
Well, since the market is still virgin for me, so it at least caters for what we are doing now.
Is that like 1,000 bucks? So you buy like 1 ton. It comes to
1,000 kg.
1,000 kg, which comes to where does it come to? South Africa, or where do you import it from? Nigeria to South Africa?
They come direct to South Africa.
Yeah.
Then we do the packaging. Then now we do the packaging in South Africa.
Yeah.
Actually, that's why I'm in Zambia, because we want to shift everything to that side. We start doing the packaging in Zambia.
Yeah. Okay.
But of course, we do the packaging grade. We just take the boxes already packed. Yeah. So like we have small containers like in 250 grams, and the other one is 150 grams, and the
Mhm.
other 100 grams.
Okay.
And apart from this, what we are selling shea butter, because it also moves with black soap. I don't know if anybody has heard about the black soaps.
No.
Those
What
are
does that
natural also.
do?
Well, the black soap almost plays the same role like shea butter, but this is like in a soap form.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So you then you get the product, you buy a ton, which is enough to make about 1,000 containers, like for customers, right?
Yes.
Yes. And then you use the same brand. You have to find the packaging, etc., for it, or does it come with the packaging?
No, I have to buy separately the packaging.
Okay, so then you can build your own brand, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Our own brand is Yam. Yam.
But
YAM.
is the raw product also called EM?
Well, no, the raw product is called shea butter. It's a nut.
Shea buck. Okay, okay, okay. The raw product is called butter, but you sell EM.
Yes,
Okay, and
that is our product
you
name.
sell it
Yam.
anywhere online?
Well, we haven't yet started selling online. These are also the challenges of that we are or I'm having. Yeah, of how to create these digital things. I'm not so confident with that.
Okay, okay. That's okay. That's where I can teach you, right? So
Yes.
basically, yes, we can create a online brand as well over the next couple of months. Look, it doesn't happen overnight, but in parallel, you can do that, and you can then sell it globally,
Okay.
right? So let me see if I go to Amazon. Let me just see online to see how it's selling already, right? So if I go onto Google, for instance, I would type in sheer butter, right?
Yes, shea butter. There are quite a lot of brands.
S
There are a
H
lot of
E
brands.
A.
Sorry.
How do you spell it? SHEA?
SHEA. Yes.
Shea butter. Okay, I can
Yes.
see, for instance, I can see Pra Naturals, 100% organic,
100% organic. Exactly. That's what
raw
I do.
and unrefined, microwavable for all skin types. And that's doing 330 milliliters for £9 99, basically 10 pounds, right?
Yes.
And that has the other thing that has is just one second. I'm just that news. Um, sorry, I'm just trying to do a present share screen. Okay. Okay. Um, so this is so I've done a search. So for first thing, whenever a student comes to me and says, I've got this unique product or service or even an app idea, I always say, who's the competitor, right? Because there's always a competitor, right? Even if it's an app, or in this case, Benjamin is selling shea butter, there's always a competitor. So let's look at the competition. This is the competition on Amazon. This is the first thing that turns up. It's going for £10. And how much are you selling yours for? Retail? How much does it retail in South Africa, for instance? Benjamin, you're on mute. Benjamin, you still there? You're on mute. Okay, maybe we lost Benjamin. Let me just see that. Okay, Omar Alvi, you there? Or Benjamin, you're back. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yes, I'm
You know,
Sorry,
I'm
Omar
so
Alvi.
sorry.
We'll come back to you. Benjamin, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I was just trying to say I'm so sorry. You know, I had an interruption
Yeah.
on my line.
No worries. So basically, like if we look at how much are you retailing? How much does it retail for in South Africa? What you're selling?
Well, here I'm doing at 200 rands, 180 rands, and 100 rands.
Okay, so 180, let's say rands to GBP, £8. Okay, so you're selling it for similar price as the UK market. But UK, I don't. You can't see my screen. Let me just show you my screen. I don't know if I can share with you my screen, but basically UK. In UK, when you have Amazon, something that sells on Amazon, when something sells on Amazon, and if it has Amazon's choice, that means that the like customers are giving it good reviews, and also customers are giving it good reviews, and also it's like the best price, right? So this one here is going for that amount. Let me just, I can't share the reviews with you, but like now I'm not someone that sells on Amazon because there's a lot of competition and you really need to know what you're doing. But there are people that do it, right? They create brands, they sell it on Amazon. Personally, I think if you can create a brand off of Amazon, it's better because you know, like then you don't have a competition. What happens is if you start selling on Amazon, you start doing well, someone else will create a brand and they'll start targeting your customers, and you don't own the customer, Amazon does, right? But if you can create a brand and start doing marketing offline, that can be better. So you're calling it EM. Do you have a website or anything like that yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I don't have.
Oh,
on our young products, there is a website.
what's the website called?
Well, this is W.
It's okay.
I'm really caught unaware.
Oh, okay, never mind. But that's good. But anyway, the biggest way you're getting into is through retail, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have relationships with retail stores?
Yes. I have got some retail stores and some pharmacies.
Okay. And how's that going for you?
Well, anyway, not easy, though. Yeah, you really have to sweat. You know, you have to push because the new product, a lot of people don't know it. So you have, it's like, you know, anyway.
Yeah.
It's a door-to-door marketing. You know, you have to explain all the time. You know what it does, the benefits of it. You know.
Okay, and how many people do you have on your team, or is it just yourself that's doing it?
Well, at the moment, we've got only one personnel in Namibia, two here in South Africa, two in Zambia, only.
Okay.
Yes.
So and they are like these two people in Zambia, for instance, they're going door to door selling it for you?
Yes, they are going door to door, shop by shop. You know, that marketing of trying to explain, especially in the biggest supermarket. So, for instance, we have got, thank God, like in Zambia, we have got one of the biggest supermarkets that is one of our clients. So we just put our product there, and sometimes weekends, we put the tables outside. We're trying to market and publicize the product.
Mhm.
If they want to buy, we tell them, no, just get into the supermarket. The product is there. So that is the kind of marketing that we are doing currently.
Okay, okay. Okay. So that's great. Okay. Okay. Look, one of the biggest things that you can do is do some sort of partnership, right? Like if you can go into a big grocery chain, that's going to give you a lot more results than going door to door doing one small retailer at a time, right? So is there a big chain that you can go to?
Yes, just like I said, there's at least one big chain that we went to that is really helping us. And then about a week ago, we got another one big chain.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, we've got only 3 big chains that are helping us to do the marketing.
Okay, that's really good news, right? But then you have to make sure that you deliver for those chains.
Yes.
Okay, so and the challenge is that you're kind of going everywhere, right? Different countries, different places, so it might be diluting your marketing efforts.
Well, these different countries is because, for instance, in South Africa, that's where we started from. And we then went to Namibia. But of course, we are not, how can I put it? How can I say it? Of course, targeting like South Africa because that's where we are doing the packaging from.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And then seeing Namibia is a neighboring country,
Yeah.
so it's easier for us, whether even transporting, it just goes by road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does it have customs problems, or can you export anywhere in the world?
No, this product, yes, they have to be certified international, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But where we are, we have got all this like South African standards. We've got that certificate. We have also Zambian Bureau of Standards, and we have got also NAF, the Namibian one. So I don't know exactly about the international.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So, okay, because like, let's say if I order one product to the UK, are you able to ship it to me, or is it too expensive?
I think it will be a bit expensive.
Yeah.
But well, I don't know because I haven't yet tried yet to
Okay.
ship to Europe. So I wouldn't even say whether it will be expensive or cheap because I haven't tried it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just thinking if we can help create a global brand, how it would work, right? Look, I'm not saying that's the answer, but like I like to think big. Like let's say you create a brand which can go to Europe, to the US, to Middle East. Could you ship it using UPS, for instance, or DHL? Just find out. That's one homework I'll give you. Okay, is when you have a bit of time, just say, hey, can I ship this to UK? Just find out UK, US, and Dubai, for instance, right? And just find out what the pricing would be.
Okay.
Like which city are you in South Africa right now?
I'm in Johannesburg right now.
Yeah, so Johannesburg, they'll have DHL and UPS. Just find out from one of these, right? Just because if you do want to potentially go online with the product, we need to think about that. Yes, like is it even possible? Because some things you're not allowed to ship. Like you cannot ship, I think, like bananas or something like yogurt. So like some things, but just see, and just see if anyone else is selling it online. So I'll just look at shea butter. Do you have to, when you go to a shop and sell it, do you have to sell the benefits of shea butter, or do you say EM?
It's shea butter.
Okay, so because one of the challenges then you have is that you could create something, you could create a brand, and then I can come and start selling the same thing cheaper, or yeah. But you can say that you're more premium, for instance.
Okay.
So these guys are selling, I can buy like 10 kgs for 65 pounds, for the soapery.com. So okay. So but what is your, now tell me about yourself as an entrepreneur. What's your background? What are your skills?
Well, my background, I am university graduate
What did you study?
in marketing and sales.
Okay.
Yeah, I did marketing and sales. Then after that, I started working for. I've worked for Microsoft. Then I've worked for Cadbury Shops. Then I went to Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think in Coca-Cola, by then I was the youngest sales manager by then.
Wow.
When I left, that was in Zambia. That's where I worked for. Then I left. I migrated to Angola. I started working some different companies. I also worked for Coca-Cola as well in sales and distributions. Then after that, Puma came into being. I applied, and then I went for Puma Energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I think I was the first manager for Puma Energy in Angola. Then after that, I was given a lot of responsibilities, and then I was transferred as a regional director for the whole southern region of Angola. So I was with Puma for 7 years, heading operations department. And then that's when I decided to be on my own up to now.
Sorry, was that
small background?
Puma? Puma, the shoe company?
Puma
Energy. Okay. Perfect. Okay, look.
Yes.
So that means you have a good corporate background, right? Because like that means you have worked with the big companies. You know how the business works. So that's why I like to find out what when I work with students and they want to set up businesses, I like to find out their expertise or their background, because that can give you a clue of what you can do. So look, obviously it's not as easy running your own business as it is having a job, right? As you've probably discovered, because you have a steady paycheck, it's stability. With this, you're trying to make it work. You're trying 10 ideas, 9 of them won't work, but then some things will work, right? So so the good thing about you is you have a good corporate background. You worked in different countries, and you have that that background that should give you like self-confidence to say that, okay, I was able to make it work for these big corporations. Now I just got to make it work for me, right? Now I'm not like, sometimes like work with people that start with one idea, they change it multiple times until they work with an idea that really works. Now, how long have you been working with EM as an idea? Like, how close to your heart is it, basically?
Only for 2 years at the moment, but my partner has been with EM for 10 years now. No,
Okay.
8, yeah, 10.
Okay.
10 years, I should say. 8 to 10.
Okay, like your business partner or your like
My business partner.
okay. Okay, so he's the one who saw opportunity in EM.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and he's the one who says you should he's the one who says you like it's a big opportunity, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so how have you split up the responsibilities between you and your partner?
Well, we are almost doing the same thing. Like right now, we have shared our responsibilities in Zambia, and I'm here.
Okay.
So he's looking after Zambian markets, and I came to look after South African market.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
And do you guys have a strategy? Like you just, how are you doing the sale? You literally wake up in the morning, you knock on the door. How are you doing the sales process?
Well, not really knock at the door, and this is what I was trying to say. We are trying to, anyway, basically yes. Yes, I should say yes. You knock at the door. There's this the platforms of WhatsApp. And then we have got also the adverts running for us on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's that. Basically, that's that.
And can you like the adverts run on the radio and then they go buy it from those retail shops?
They go by retail shops, and of course, as the adverts or our interview goes by, we receive a lot of phone calls.
What do you do with those phone calls?
Well, people asking, and then maybe if they're not so clear with what was being said on the radio, and then we try to clarify things on them, and then we also tell them about the benefits of the product.
And then let's say if I call you and I say I didn't get it. Okay,
Well,
you explain the
didn't get
benefits.
it, I would ask you where exactly did you get it? If it's because of our share butter, then I'll try the benefits of our share butter and try to find out that person whether he's light, dark in complexion, and we also advise, shea butter is an organic product. It does not allow in each and every skin. Some people they go a bit lighter, some people it takes them to a darker. And then we advise them, if it takes you to a darker, they said, okay, don't you use shea butter, but don't also forget what we're using before. And then after that, I think they even have a positive result of saying, wow, I think your formula works,
Okay.
But it does not bleach skin.
Oh, okay, fine. But my point is that do you sell to the guy? Let's say, do you capture their contact details? Do you in any way sell to them, or do you tell them then to go to the shop to buy it?
Yes, we tell them where we are, where the products are at the shops. But if they are near to where we are also, they can come direct to us and buy.
Okay. But what about if you were selling it online? Would it be easy or not?
It will be. Just like I said, we haven't tried that. So it's a matter of to start trying how it will work. And I'm sure things it will work. I'm trying to work.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So basically, just think about yes, because there's a couple of things when you go retail as opposed to direct to customer, right? One is retail is they can kick your product out at any time, right? So because the next person comes, there's only limited amount of shelf space, right? So like if your product like if someone else comes up with a better shea butter brand or something, then you get moved out, right? So you have to think about this. Then you have to think that you have to, how much effort it is to sell to each person, each retailer. But if you could do it online, you could get a repeat customer, right? Every time they buy a bottle, you know that that bottle will last for 2 months, and then in 2 months' time, you start sending them emails or whatever it is to start to convince them to buy refill up, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is why, and then also if you can make it work online as a brand in South Africa, then you can grow to Namibia, you can grow to other places much faster, right? Because you don't have to keep talking to all the retailers. The retailers have to accept you or not. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not saying give up on the retail thing, but I'm just saying consider the online thing as well, right? Now let me
Yes.
just see. So I'm just going to do this. Um, just 1 second. Share screen. Okay. So the so the screen the let me just check the internet penetration and penetration rate in Namibia as an example, right? So about 40 um in 2020, 41% of Namibians are using internet. Yes. Would you say like what would you have much like are people using internet where you guys are they buying things
Yes.
online or very limited?
Well, they use internet. They use internet.
Yeah. So you know, like if you can create a brand, and I will show you over time how to set up, so you can go to, for instance, godaddy.com, and then you buy a domain
Okay.
name, right? I'm not going to
Okay.
search in case, because right now we are live on a thing, so I don't want to someone else to take the the name. But basically, what I do is I get a name like, let's say, eyam.com, eyam.com, right? I would do search, and then what it probably it's going to be taken, right? But then you can
Okay.
do emskin.com, right? Something like that. I personally like the .com, and that's, yeah, like skin.com is available, right? Hopefully no one
Okay.
in live mode is gonna take it just to mess you up, but basically you can set this up, right? Now I'm gonna suggest to you some business models. Yes. One is that you create your own brand, which is probably the strongest thing that you can do, because you know you will have a premium, you will own the customer, etc. The other thing you can do for people is say that you will white label it, right? That means that if I want to sell Amir Anzur skincare, yes, you will ship it, right? You will put a package on that says Amir Anzur, yes. And then tomorrow, if Calvin Klein wants to do it, you will put a label on for Calvin Klein. Yeah.
Yes.
So that is called white labeling. You can do as well. But like create your brand, try this site. Like try go to GoDaddy. It'll cost you about $10, $12 to buy the domain. Yes.
Okay.
And then hosting and everything I'll explain later, but basically you use WordPress, right? As your site, as to create the website. WordPress is free. It's open source. It's free, but you can use something like I'll explain the hosting and stuff, but you know, like you can set up a website yourself. Yes.
Okay.
We can talk about it next week, but this
Yes.
your homework. I'm giving you two homeworks, and look, I am teaching you guys, and I'm thankful that you come to my lesson, but and you know, you guys haven't paid, but there are certain conditions. One is, once I help you make money, you pay me $1,000, right? Once you make good money, it doesn't mean 1,000, but like what I want to do is some kind of student loan, so people take the course more seriously, right? But just learn, and even if you never pay me, that's fine. But you know, if I give you homework and you do it, you are more likely to be successful. Would you agree? Hello, Benjamin? I think he got another call. So if you get Benjamin, you there?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna give you homework and you do it, and then you turn up to me next week, that will be good, right? So like one homework,
Yes.
you're gonna see if you can DHL or UPS or use one of these international couriers. DHL is one, UPS is another one, FedEx is another one. Like what roughly it would cost you to ship it to US, to UK, etc. Yes. And then
Yes.
how long it would take. Yeah. And
Yes.
and if you're allowed. And then the second homework I would give you, that first homework is free. It's gonna take you a little bit of time, but you can even just call their call center, or some, you know, you can call their call center if you don't have time to
Yes.
go visit a FedEx or UPS, and then find out. The second homework I would say is, you're gonna buy a domain name, right? A domain name, I recommend GoDaddy, just because it's a big company and they're one of the leaders. So like, you know, when you buy from a big company, you know they're not going to go out of business, right? So do that, and then you will so you buy that. That's going to cost you about $12. Yes, which is, you know how many rands it is. 2 rand. It's 220 rand, right? The equivalent of you
Yes.
selling one of your things. But when you buy it, like before you buy it, discuss it with your partner what the brand should be, right? Like
Yes.
and try to buy the .com. Yes. So for instance, one name that I would recommend to you, and think about you creating a global brand. I want you to be rich, right? And so you can be richer if you dominate the US, Europe, etc., right? Rather than just Africa. But you're going to start in Africa because you know that market better, right? But think
Yes.
think also bigger, right? You don't have to be, look, right now I'm sitting in London, you're in South Africa, you're in Johannesburg, it doesn't matter, right? But we might as well go where there's more money. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is I don't think you can see it, but this is GDP per capita, and let me just share my screen on can you see my screen?
Yes, but
it's small.
I'm using the phone.
Yeah, okay.
Small, yes.
But I'm just going to show you something. This is GDP per capita, which basically means what an average person makes in salary, right? If we look at South Africa, how much do you think an average South African makes?
Well, how would lie? I don't know.
Well, according to this, it's about $7,000 USD, 7,002 rand, right? USD 7,000 to rand. It's $7,000. It's about 130,000 rands a year. So about 10,000, 12,000 rand a month. An average South African is making. Yes. Namibia, they're making about $4,800, which is about a third less. Yes. Zambia is making about $1,100 a year. Would you say these are right? These figures?
Well, maybe. I think they could be.
Yeah, I mean they're from the World Bank, and for so and then I'm gonna show you what the United States are making. United States, United Kingdom is just 1 second, 46,000, and United States is 70,000. Right, so there's a lot. Like an average American makes 10 times what an average South African makes. Yes. So we can. So basically, I want to help open your mind to the bigger picture, right? 70,000, and so this is 70,000. If you can see it on your phone, South Africa was South. South Africa was 7,000. So Americans are making 10 times more, right? And population of South Africa is 60 million. Africa population of United States is 330 million. Yes. So you have a much bigger market, right? But first you have to get one market right, and then you can go to the big markets. Yes. So this is the bigger picture, right? So I want to help you create wealth, and I have a couple of more students. I think Omar Alvi is from Pakistan, and Pakistan, the average income is.
I'm not from Pakistan. My parents are from Bangladesh.
Oh, Omar Alvi. Okay, yeah, you're from Bangladesh. Yes, your parents, but you're in London. Okay, but you are lucky, Omar. Yes, you are lucky because you are in London, right? So like it's also one of the richer places. But the reason I teach people is yeah. So we've got different. Like if you look at Bangladesh, they make an average of $2,500, right? 2,457. As I said, United Kingdom is 46,000, and United States is 70,000. Yes. So we've got quite a difference in wealth around the world. And I want you guys to think bigger and think about creating global brands, right? So what you can do is Benjamin, I would even discuss it with your partner, but I would say even this idea, this eamskin.com might be a good brand name. What do you think? Skin.
Skin.com.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So then like buy you have credit card, right?
Well,
No. Why you
credit card? No, we do. Sorry, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have a credit card, get you invest about 200 rands and buy it from GoDaddy. Yes. and then reserve it before someone else does. Yes. And then I will teach you,
Okay.
if you teach turn up next week or over the next couple of weeks, I can teach you how to put up a site yourself so you don't have to pay anyone.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then do that. Okay. And I think, Omar, you put up a site for your father. Have you done the site?
Yes, I have designed the website for my father. Thank you for asking.
What did you do it in? WordPress?
Yes, in WordPress.
Yeah, perfect. You know how easy it is to do it. You learned it. Where did you do the hosting from?
I did it from Ionos, Ionos, Ionos.
Ionos hosting, and then where did you buy the domain from?
I got the domain from Ionos as well.
Okay. How did you learn about WordPress?
I learned about it like online. Like I was basically thinking like what's like the most convenient way like to design like a psychotherapy website, a way to which other psychotherapists are using in the market. And then I saw lots of psychotherapists they're using WordPress like to design their psychotherapy sites, their counseling profiles, like for their personal sites. So I decided that I'm going to make my dad's website using WordPress.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, exactly. So what WordPress is, Benjamin? I know you work for Microsoft, you said, but you're not from a technical background, I take it. But basically, what it is it's called a content management site. And so what that means is rather than knowing coding, without knowing coding, you can put up content, right? So you can do that. Yes. So Benjamin, let me just check. So Benjamin, so you've got two homeworks. One, what's your two homework? Benjamin, you there? Benjamin, you there?
Hello?
Yeah. Hi, Benjamin.
Yes, I can hear now. I lost the internet.
Okay. So I've given
You
you
know,
two homework. What is your two homeworks?
one, uh, one is to check for DHL or whether with DHL or that other one, whether it's possible to ship the products, and also ask for the prices for shipping. And the other one is to do a, how do you call it again? Is it a domain? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yes, those are the two ones.
Okay. You're in the group, right? The students group for 20 the students group, right?
Yes, I am.
So what I will do is let me just text it there as well. Your students. Benjamin work. One is find out prices to ship via DHL, UPS from South Africa to UK, US, etc. And if allowed, two, buy domain like skin.com from GoDaddy.com. Approximate cost is USD 12 per year. Okay. So I put the homework there, and ask me
Yes.
in the students group if you get stuck with anything.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, so look, if you turn up next week or the week after, turn up next week, we'll see how you progressed, and then we can help you build a digital brand, right? So think of me like you like you are selling, yes, to each retailer, think of me as one other retailer.
Yes.
Yes. But the upside with working with me is just so much more, right? Like it's like being in a huge grocery chain. Yes. So just think of me as one other retailer, and then you can work on that. Yes. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna show you how to build your own website, etc. And it won't cost, like it'll cost you like $20 a year, $30. How much was hosting, Omar, on Eoni?
I don't know. Some thing is, I need to check it, but I need to go to Google Chrome, and then I can basically check this
ION
OS IONOS. Yes, that one.
.com.
Yes,
So domain and hosting is $1 for first year is the .com.
but this ionos.com. I use ionos.co.uk. But they're the same company, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm just giving you an idea. To Benjamin, the hosting can cost as little as I think websites, WordPress. I'll just show you WordPress hosting. It costs £1 a month. No, let's look. They always trick you a little bit. £2 a month. So about $25, right? So you could start a site for about $25. Yeah. Benjamin, but work on that. Now let's come on to you, Omar. What is your situation? Can you just tell us a bit about your background, what you're doing, what you want to do?
So at the moment, I'm studying pharmacy. I'm a pharmacy student in my final year, and I'm going to graduate this year, inshallah. Thing is, like, I'm also like self-teaching myself automation and cloud, like using Coursera. I'm on my third course of the automation certificate, and thing is, I'm looking into what is it? I'm looking into like learning automation in order that I can like develop something to do with the cloud, or develop something to do with like web sort of like infrastructure, like
Okay. What do you want to do long term? You want to work in IT kind of thing now?
I would like to work in IT freelance, like alongside my pre-reg, like which is an immediate concern, because like my pre-reg isn't gonna pay me much because it's a community pre-reg and they only give 18,000. Like, and given the cost of living in London, I don't think 18k is enough. So I think I need to develop high income skills. I need to develop high value skills and add them to my skill set nonetheless. Like, and I want to begin that with my journey in cloud computing and automation.
Perfect. What is pre-reg?
Pre-registration, so it's like a trainee, an apprenticeship, if you will, like for pharmacy. Like to become a registered certified pharmacist in the UK, you don't just have to do the degree, you also have to work for 1 year under the supervision of a senior pharmacist.
Yeah.
And you also need to complete an exam at the end of those years, like like a registration exam. And if you pass, you get a certificate that says you're licensed to practice pharmacy.
And how much does a senior pharmacist make?
Can check, like senior. Well, there's different bands in the NHS. Like there's band 5, there's band 6, band 7.
Yeah.
Band 5 pharmacists, like that's the. Well, I think band 6 is pharmacy. Like you begin at band 6. So where do you so they make around 35k in London, 35, 38k at the beginning, maybe 40k. Seniors, they make more because senior is like band 7, band 8. It goes up, but that would take like a few years or several years.
Okay, perfect. And what do you enjoy more, IT or pharmacy?
Well, to be honest, like as the years have progressed, I found pharmacy a bit of a drag. I find it a little boring, and like I value like the scientific knowledge that I've acquired from my pharmacy course, but at the same time, like I feel like it's quite limiting. Like, and I would like to learn and automation, data analysis, those sorts of things, in order that I can implement them in healthcare. For example, in the field of bioinformatics or in the field of like healthcare data science.
Okay, perfect. Look, having a degree, you don't have to be restricted by what you did or did not do, right?
Exactly.
It just helps you. A degree helps you think, and it helps you structure your thoughts and all this stuff. And obviously you're very clever to have done that. You know, you were able to memorize medications, etc. But don't be limited by it, right? You can do.
Exactly. That's why I want to branch out. Like rather than like staying stuck in pharmacy, I want to complete my pre-reg, and I want to do well this year so that I meet the entry requirement for a postgrad in like data science, an MSc in data science. Like that's my intention to going forward, and then I would like to branch in, get experience in the industry, and meanwhile, like in my registration year and my degree year, like before I like go into the industry, I would like to like do freelance and actually work with real technical problems, like with the focus in the healthcare field. So like the more I freelance, the more I can like get experience with clients, like problems in that field.
Perfect. Yeah. So look, you're in London, which is great, because what I found being in London is that, you know, if you want to go into pharmacy, you can go into like GlaxoSmithKline. If you want to go into technology, there's a lot of, you can work for Facebook or Google. So you can change careers here quite easily as well, right? And your careers are going to change as you progress. And with the world of IT, you can teach yourself almost anything, right? So you can,
Definitely.
you know, you
like self-teaching is a must. Like for me to get into freelance, for me to actually like do the jobs that help me to get the experience, I need to break in by self-teaching myself, taking courses, certificates, like, and actually revising them at my own pace.
perfect. And you did great work doing your dad's site. What was it again?
Kind Soul Psych.
Kind Souls.
PSYCH.
PSYCH.
So it's not like that. It's Kind Soul. No, not Kind Soul. Kind Soul. Kind Soul. PSY.
Yeah.
CH.co.uk.
Okay. You did this one?
I did this one, and then like basically we were looking for like online marketing. So like we were looking for like an online like marketer to optimize our SEO or Google Ads. So like he basically changed the banner a little bit, but I've designed the bulk of the design. Yes.
Okay. So let me just share my.
It didn't work out, by the way. But like,
What do you mean it didn't work out?
Like the whole like Google Ads, like we endeavored to install some Google Ads to promote the site, but it didn't work out. So to be honest, like.
Well, how can I, like, let's say I do this with him here. How do I book a appointment? You can't book a.
So how do you book an appointment?
Yeah.
Like there's a contact form, but the thing is like cause availabilities change every week. There's not we
Okay.
didn't really come up with the idea of like an actual booking system because of. Are you saying like having a form could help, like where each week slots are like there, and then like basically someone can book it, like.
If you did want to do that, by the way, you could use something like Calendly, right?
What's Calendly?
Okay, so basically, like for instance, let's say if you go, can you see my screen, by the way?
I can see your screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I go to amiranzor.com, right, I can go book a session here.
Yes.
Yeah. And And for those that are watching, by the way, Omar's dad is my therapist, so and I really recommend him. So
You
basically,
call me Alvi because
that's what I was thinking. It's Alvi he mentioned, but it's like because you have to change your Zoom handle,
the
right?
thing is, like, that's my full name. That's my government name.
Yeah, I
right?
know, but
Alright.
like when you see when you are teaching it to a non-Muslim sort of guy, he will call you Muhammad, right? Because like it doesn't matter what your name is, right? Because people are used to your they're used to the platform like first name and last name. Like mine says Amir Anzor, right? So if a non-Muslim sees you, they will call you Muhammad. But because everyone, like in the Middle East, they understand that Muhammad is ignored, so they usually go with second name. So you should make your name, because I want to also teach you to create a online brand. You should make yours Alvi, and then space, and then Ahmad if you want to use that name. But
I
do
want to
that.
use Khan because it's my grandfather's name. My dad's
Okay,
dad.
so Alvi Khan. So then do Alvi Khan, right? But if you want to be called Alvi, otherwise, like I have students on my screen, and they come up and then they do this, right? Sorry, I will also share my video has not been sharing. Just one second. So I'm sharing it on various platforms. This thing now we will look to your site, and I'll explain to you Calendly. Like right now, your dad uses a manual calendar, right?
Manual calendar and like a form, like a contact form, which people barely fill in.
Yeah. So okay, I can't go share my video, but because I'm okay, so basically, what I was explaining, what Calendly is if you go to amiranzor.com, you can see this, right? You can see it. Go here, right? They can go here and book a free strategy call with me,
Yes.
right? And then when they click there, it goes here, right? It's a 30-minute session, so they click here,
Yes.
and okay, on Saturday, I've only enabled this many slots, but I will show you. For instance, let's say I want to book a calendar on Monday, right? See, they can pick any time of these times, right? 11:30, 12:45. Now, if I go to my calendar, this is my calendar. I use Google Calendar. Yeah. If I go here and look at my calendar, by the way, this is my travel time to your dad. This is on my calendar booked. See on Sunday. All right. But basically, if I go to my calendar, you see I have a call here. I have a call here. I have a call here. At 12 o'clock, I have a call. And at 12:30, I have a call. Right.
Yeah.
But like, let's say if someone is trying to book with me, you see that 12:30 does not appear. And then 12:45 is the earliest they can book a call. Right. Because this Calendly is connected to my calendar, right? Calendly is a free tool you can use. I pay for it. I pay about 15 pounds, about 10. We will always, by the way, in my classes, we will talk in dollars mostly, right? Why? Because I want to teach you to work internationally. Yes. So Calendly will do this, and you can check it out. Yes. But then your father will need to learn how to work with Google, like have use his appointments using Google.
Yes.
Yes. And then you will have to teach him that. But then they can even book a time in his calendar. Yeah. But
Yes.
the homework I'm going to give you is to research Calendly.
I'm just writing notes and sending them.
Yeah.
like,
So
to my-
in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yeah.
Put down, like, you see how I put down homework for Benjamin.
Yeah.
Say my homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Over.
Alvy's homework. Say in it Alvy's homework. And then, okay, you're the digital dervish is you. Okay, I didn't know
Yes.
that. Okay. And then your WhatsApp group handle, like WhatsApp, change your thing. Instead of calling yourself the digital dervish, I don't know, like, it's always up to you, but, like, name yourself Alvi Khan, so it's there.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Because sometimes people don't have your number. So if they don't have your number, let's say, for instance, I have Kashif's number saved, but I don't have, if I don't, like, all these students I have saved, but let's say if I go to another group of mine, if the number is not saved, it comes in as like these guys, let's say, you see it comes in as Lola, right? She should have her surname as well to distinguish it. Now, Alvi is a really nice name. It's a nice brand, right? So you can do that. Yes. So your first homework. So put this in the thing.
I already done that. I already changed my WhatsApp name to Alvi Khan.
Okay, fine, great. So I will, but because I've saved you as dervish or devil or digital, whatever, so I'd send me a private note to my number saying this is Alvi Khan. So then I'll save your number. Okay.
Okay, I'll do that now.
The other thing is, so you can do that now. What you can do, this is a good site, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is great. And what you can do is you can do a button, like I have done a button, right?
Yeah.
Like if you go to here,
Yes.
you can do a button.
Should I write my homework and send it to the chat?
Yeah. So send it to the chat. To first point is so put Alvy's homework. First is learn how your father can use Google Calendar to run his business.
Yes.
Second is learn Calendly to see how he can integrate with Google Calendar.
Yes.
Okay.
Integrate with Google Calendar.
Okay. So
For
that
bookings.
yeah. So then he can for bookings, yeah.
They're done.
Okay.
Sending. It's taking time.
Perfect.
Wait.
Okay. So those are your two homeworks for next week. Yeah. So you're gonna look at Calendly, how that works. Yes.
Yes. It's taking time to send for some reason.
Okay. No worries.
Just
Gosh.
like have the clock next to 1627.
Perfect. And then we're gonna work on your website as well. I want to get to Kashif as well. Like you see how Kashif has Sayyid Kashif UI Al Husnain. Now Americans are gonna call them Sayyid. You see, so like Kashif, if you want to be sold to American audience, make your name Kashif. But
Isn't Sayyid like honorific?
yeah, so I don't know, like, people like maybe Kashif will explain what Sayyid means, but I think there's like religious connotations to it, so I don't want to.
Yes, like descendants of the Prophet.
Yeah, so
it's a past.
sorry.
Yes, it's a religious caste.
It's a
Okay.
class.
So but Americans must be calling you Sayyid, right?
Right. Okay.
So, but anyway, that's fine. To do that, but I want to do it. Okay. Now the other thing that we have to look at is how to grow your father's social media. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We are Kind Soul site.
Yes.
Do you like the .co.uk or you want to make it .com?
We tried to get the .com domain, but we haven't like renewed it. Like I like .co.uk because like Britain is a renowned like country for psychotherapy, and like I think it's part of the brand. Like I think that with .co.uk, because Britain is actually a world leader in like therapy, counseling, this sort of thing. Like I think it's better to like just leave it as that.
Okay, perfect. And what theme did you use for this?
I designed it on Elementor actually.
Elementor. How did you find using Elementor? Did you like it?
I found it a bit weird at first, but after watching like several like YouTube videos, like I just got the hang of it.
Did you consider Divi?
I've considered Divi, but the thing is like I found it a little bit flimsy. I found it a little bit like fiddly, like the whole like but with Elementor I found people who are willing to like get an Elementor key and just install it for me on thing like from Fiverr. Like they can just use their Elementor key and just activate my subscription, and boom, like I don't have to do that much, like besides just modifying the site.
Oh yeah, perfect. Because I'm wondering right now whether to go with Elementor or Divi for one of my sites. And the reason I was wanting to do some research is because I do it on behalf of the students. My tech guy was telling me Divi, but that's what he's used to. But then I was seeing, because I was reading some statistics on WordPress, and Divi is the most popular theme. It said 3.8 million, but I think I've heard of Elementor more from people. But you were happy with Elementor, right?
I'm happy with Elementor, and I think maybe Elementor has like more of like a history. I think it's like been developed for longer. But the thing is, again, like I haven't really used Divi, and like maybe there is someone on Fiverr who's willing to like set it up for me, and then just configure it without.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because you can pay a subscription, or you can go to Fiverr and there's someone who's already paying a subscription, and he basically unlocks like the subscription key, and then he just configures it for you hands-free.
Okay, fine. So you like what's it called? You like Elementor.
Yeah, I don't mind using Elementor, like, but maybe Divi is easier to use, and I've actually heard that Divi is like more versatile. Maybe I've heard that maybe Divi is easier, more like intuitive, but like I haven't really used Divi like at all to like confirm that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so okay, fine. That's what I've asked my technical guy to look into, but I'm deciding between Divi and Elementor. And basically, Benjamin and people that are not new, I want to show some statistics, but something like 40% of all websites are done on WordPress. Number 2 is like Shopify, which has like less than 4% market share. So if most of the world is using WordPress, so I recommend WordPress. And then the most, but then themes and making it look nice is difficult. So like Divi and Elementor, they are drag and drop website builders, and they're 2 of the most popular ones. And so what I'm also deciding between Divi or Elementor for myself, and then we'll figure it out. Okay, so Alvi, you've gotten the homework. Alvi, you have to change your Zoom handle as well, from Muhammad Omar Alvi to Alvi Khan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And session still going. Okay. Kashif, let's come up to you. So Alvi, can you repeat to me what your homework is?
So my homework is to learn how my dad can use Google Calendar to run his business, how to use Calendly to integrate with Google Calendar for therapy session bookings,
Yeah.
and also to change my WhatsApp, which I did, and change my Zoom handles like to Alvi Khan, like because this is part of my branding, this is part of my marketing.
Perfect. And look, I might even train you over time to create a brand like me, right? My email address is amir@amiranzoor.com, right? What email is your dad using? Because your dad could set up an email if we wanted to, we'd have to think about it. But his email address, rather than using sabir@gmail.com, he could be like sabir@kindsoulpsych.co.uk.
And like speaking of like websites, domains like named after you, there's this one self-improvement YouTuber I follow, Hamza, and like his website is hamzaahmed.co.uk.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very simple website. Like,
so you could do that too, right? Like you could do Alvi Khan. Alvi Khan is probably taken. Let's see. alvikhan.com. .com. Let's see who it is. Let's
who
see.
is the guy?
I think it's just parked. Sometimes they just park it. Or why I like alvikhan.co.uk. Like why I like .com is just it makes it a global brand. But you could buy alvikhan.co.uk if you wanted.
Yeah.
And then what you do to set up your email is you do Google Workspace, but that has a cost, right? But then, like my email is run just like Gmail, but right, I'm getting it free because I signed up like 10 years ago. But you could pay £4.60 a month, which is about $6 a month to have that email, right?
Yeah.
So this could be next week, but like for now, just do the calendar and stuff. So we're gonna focus on your dad's thing, and then over the next couple of weeks, we will maybe create your brand as well. Yes, and then let's figure out, because I think what we will do is potentially even figure out how to do social media marketing for your dad. Yeah. Okay. So, but this is great work because you set up his site. This is really great initiative. You've learned a lot, and you learned how to manage people. That's a lot of leadership skills, hiring people on Fiverr. This is great work, right? So this
To be
is
honest, like my dad like was finding people on Fiverr, and I helped him with the hiring process.
Yeah.
So basically, like he would be looking for like people that could help him with his consultancy business.
Yeah.
And I would be like vetting them, like to see like which see if what they're offering is like the suitable offer, like, and I would vet based on price, I would vet based on reviews, and then I'd recommend like a few.
Perfect. But you've learned it, right? So that's good. You know how to work and do this. Okay. So this is great. You can see a testimonial from me. By the way, Amir Anzoor, my name is misspelled. Could you please fix that? Anzur, right? On this. Be careful of clients' names and spellings. Yeah. Okay. And so okay, now let's come on to you, Kashif. Okay. Kashif, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Kashif, tell us a bit about your background. I know you said it last week, but for those listening in, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. And so people listening in, just say what it is. Yeah, your background and that.
Sure. I'm Kashif. My full name is Sayyid Kashiful Asnan. I have over 10 years of experience in the field of marketing and having expertise in digital marketing. In my experience, I have started from general sales, which have started from the conventional marketing. I started from the field of sales, from where actually I started from one area, and after a year, I was managing more than 30 cities of Pakistan. Currently, I'm residing in Lahore, and from the last 7 to 8 years, I'm working at Virtual University of Pakistan, and I'm the part of marketing digital. I'm the part of marketing department. My expertise are in marketing 360-degree marketing, which includes satellite media campaigns, print media campaigns, electronic media campaigns, outdoor hoarding campaigns, printed material, and I have been able to manage more than 200 campuses, which are in 100 cities of Pakistan. I've also provided consultancy services to some companies and brands and helped them generate tens of millions of rupees, of hundreds of, or you can say over $100,000 in a year for some companies. And here in the university, it has been multifold compared to $100,000 a year.
Okay,
I
perfect.
have also taught digital marketing as a 3 credit course for the specialization classes of digital marketing to a university students of MBA executive class for a private sector university. I have been a trainer as well as I have been delivering different sessions to different events from the last couple of years, which include training to journalists, training to experts, training to students of MBA, BBA class, final semester students. And my recent session was delivered to some professionals where the President of Pakistan was the chief guest of the ceremony. And this is some sort of my experience. And I have in the field of marketing, if you talk about, I have provided services to education sector, to clothing sector, you can say manufacturing sector, in the leather industry, in the banking sector, in to celebrities, to some private sector companies, small and medium enterprises, as well as small businesses and some brands. So in my career, I have helped in generating revenue through different campaigns, and especially in digital marketing, which include Google advertisement, as well as social media advertisement like Google Ads, PPC ads, and in social media we talk about Facebook advertisement, Twitter advertisement, Instagram advertisement, LinkedIn advertisement, branding campaigns, and hashtag training campaigns. I had been fortunate to provide consultancy in being part of a company which provided consultancy to US Embassy's event, which was held first time in Pakistan in 2014, where we were able to generate trend on Twitter for around 16 hours of that day globally, not just in one country, but overall in the globe. That was a very huge success we got. And even we got a tweet from John Kerry, who was Secretary of State at that time as well. So this is a bit introduction about myself, and I help and provide coaching, mentoring sessions to companies, to individuals, to small businesses, brands, and even education sector. And currently we have at our university, we are going to launch Business Incubation Center, for which we have recently launched an event yesterday where we were invited to entrepreneurs, and they delivered session, and as well as one of the speaker is running a company of motorbikes and vehicles. He has launched e-vehicles, and we provided the opportunity to all the participants to have a test drive on that as well. I will share some pictures in the group as well. So this is like my experience, and I'm working in education sector, and also keeping myself updated in the form of attending different conferences, events, trainings, and equipping myself with the latest knowledge and skills. I'm also getting some courses of related to IT and cybersecurity. We were able to launch first one of biggest event in Pakistan. It was a cybersecurity event and on digitalization and cybersecurity, in which we arranged more than 35 speakers. 20 were international foreign speakers and 15 were local speakers. And it went very well. President of Pakistan was the chief guest of that event. And the best thing was that it was a 3-day event, and it, other than the technical things, it didn't cost us a single dollar to organize this event, because we didn't pay and manage it in a very well manner, that we utilized only our resources, in-house resources, and organized that international conference. And the best thing was that I knew around 90% of the speakers were unknown to me. I researched, I connected them through digital platforms and through LinkedIn, and the whole conference was organized based on such utilization of resources. And this is like a bit introduction about myself. I hope that you have
Perfect.
got update about me.
Yeah. So, okay. Now, what are you looking to do? How can you make your first $1,000 or your next $1,000? Like we discussed about doing affiliate marketing last week. Would you still be interested in going down that road? Because I think we can work together.
Yes, that could be a good option, as well as I would also need some guidance related to how I can create international brand as a consultant, as well as how we can do the affiliate work.
Okay, you were interested in, first we'll cover your international brand as a consultant. So you want to create a brand kind of like I'm doing for amiranzoor.com, yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And you wanted to potentially even write a book?
Yes, as well. That I have been thinking for a long time.
Yeah, look, doing a book, this is how I do it, right? I'll show you my process. This is, by the way, this is OneNote. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Let me
Yes,
just
I can.
let me just see StreamYard as well. StreamYard, where's StreamYard? So StreamYard, I'm using Loom. Loom is great for video recordings.
Nice.
Whereas
Is it paid one?
sorry,
Loom is paid one?
paid?
Yes. How much does it cost?
It's
Loom
free. It's free for 5 minutes, but I took, or then it costs like $10 a month. But I paid I paid like $19 or $100 for a year. Because
That's
like
for,
you can do it.
professional use,
Sorry.
it's important to go for the paid one. For professional use, it's always suggested to go for the paid option.
No, I mean you don't have to in the beginning, because when you're playing around with it, for instance with Loom, when I play around with it, it's you can first play around with it. You get 5-minute free video. It's just like it's a great screen recorder, because I was looking at screen recording software, and like Camtasia is one, and the other one I used to use was ScreenFlow for Mac, but now I'm on PC. And ScreenFlow is like $100, and Camtasia was like $250, and Loom is $100, and it's just much faster to do. And so yeah, so it's good. But anyway, Loom is one thing. In order to write a book, this is how I do it, right? These are my book. I've written 5 books, right? So if you go let me first check that StreamYard is doing present. Okay. So if you go to what was it? What was I gonna do? Yeah, if I go to amiranzor.com, these are all my books, right? So you can see I've done 5 books. If you can see my screen, this is Wealthology. This is Mental Wealth. This is Affiliate Marketing. This is Internetism. This is Packonomics, right? And people can download the book.
Yes, I remember the internetism when you were here in Pakistan and delivered the session.
Yeah, that was
And,
my.
I'm glad to see that we once we were the speakers at the same event. I was fortunate that you took some valuable time for us for a session on internet marketing, which was held in our university in Sargodha.
Yes. Oh, you were in Sargodha. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
yeah.
was a great event when we connected through Skype. At that time, Zoom was not available, and we had a live
Yeah.
communication. Skype.
If you're ever looking for speakers, look me up. Yeah. But
Yeah, I will also share those photographs with you.
yeah, that would
of
be
the-
great. Yeah. So these are like books that I've written. Yeah. Now this is my strategy for doing books. I use a tool called OneNote. Yes. OneNote is like Evernote. It's from Microsoft. It's really good. And so what I do is I've created a notebook called books, right? Then I create a tab called wealth books. Sorry, I create a tab called, let me just do this one. I do a tab called, for instance, internet. Let me just see. Okay, this is, for instance, Packonomics, right? Now, what I do is each chapter I create this. Each chapter I just create one new page, right? And then I write the book here because it's just easier to move things around and just brainstorm. This is what I do for anything, right? Like these are books. All of these are books, like Bookology. I was thinking about writing a book on writing a book. So why write a book, right? Benefits, how to write a book, right? And then I would create like 7 chapters. Yeah. So what I would do for you is I would have what I would do is I would just create like 7 chapters, because you are already a guru in marketing, right? Like there's very few people that know or have that experience that you do, and this could really make you a brand as well, right? So
Right. Yes. One thing I have seen is that a lot of companies even here are charging a lot of money, but are not generating the results. Because I used to have sitting with different experts as well as CEOs, directors, and some company owners, and they say that we are having this issue, that issue. Like a person who launched a brand, and you won't believe that that brand was like clothing brand related to t-shirt, related to formal shirts. That person told that I have spent that much money just in advertising, and I asked about him that what are the issues you are facing. Because of the issues, I was recommended to him, and he told that the issue I am having is that of sales. And then I asked him how much money you have spent or hired or provided to that agency you have spent. He said I have spent around $1 million, you can say, or in dollars, we can talk about. At that time, it was like $10,000 plus in last couple of months, and he was not getting sales. And we had a sitting, and I checked about that, and I said, where are the reports of the last campaigns you have launched? And I was astonished to know that the company even not bothered to provide a report about the spending. And after asking him, guiding him that you should ask about the money which have been spent by that agency, and that was one of the well-known companies. And after 2 or 3 months, they were able to share the report, and that report was an Excel sheet, which is editable, which is not like a proper, you can say, a transparent document. And from there, I got to know that the amount he's talking about $10,000, the amount spent would not be more than $300 because the results he has seen or got was very low. And in contrast, I provided guidance to us, some students of a university, and I was the head of that project, where marking was given to their subject and to the project based on the work that they work. And parallel, in 3 weeks, I was delivering 1.5 hour workshop, and in the fourth week, they had to present their project, and their marks were based on the following criteria, like they should have the website of WordPress or WooCommerce or Wix. Second one, they should have the Facebook page and Instagram page. Third one, they should have at least 5 designs posted and at least one short video of 1 minute. Either it could be a digital video or they could shoot themselves in the video in the form of a TV commercial and they use it. And the fourth point was they should spend at least, you can say,
Mm-hmm.
$20 or $30 in advertising. And the interesting thing was that when they were presenting the final project, 55 students, they were like 5 to 6 people in each group, and it was like 10 groups. And out of those groups, 3 to 4 groups were having sales of 4 to 5 orders, even just with the initial launch of that campaign. And the point was that they were giving the right guidance and right, you can say, the right path that how things work. And based on that, like even on based on $20 spent or $30 spent, they got orders of around 5 orders or 6 orders worth more than the spent. They had the amount they had spent in dollars. So compared to that, if you talk about $10,000 spent and the sales were very low, I guided him and I have said to him that even you can spend around not even $1,000 but $400, and you can get around a huge number of sales. And he was able to achieve that one, like from 10 or 12 orders a month. He was just
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a famous expression in marketing. This guy, I forget it, John Wanamaker. He was one of the kings of retail, and his quote is, "Half the money I spend on marketing is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half." Right? So you always trying things out. As Alvi was saying earlier, they did Google AdWords, and some of it didn't work. This is marketing is trying things out. I mean, as we speak, I'm trying things out, right?
It doesn't matter, but the point is like the person who has 1 year experience, 6 months or 2 years would generate different results, and the person who has having more than 10 years of experience would have the right, like he would be, the person who hires him is actually based on the experience and not just launching the campaign based on the dollars. Like after $10,000, the monthly sales were not more than 12 products a month. And when a proper campaign, the right campaign was launched, he crossed more than 100 orders with less than half of the amount spent per month. That was like,
and this is what we learned, right? Is that you don't need like huge experience. Like Alvi could start making money well before he does his masters, right? That's one of the things I teach students is start working. Make even $1, right? And then your experience grows.
Obviously, once as soon as possible they start experiencing, they will lose the money, obviously, but with that experience, again after a few months, a couple of months or a year, they will be able to generate good results.
Mhm.
But even if they work somewhere, do their masters and work somewhere for 1 year, and even they do not allow him or her to spend money to experience advertising, how they can become experienced in that field?
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. And okay, that's great. And we will do that. Okay, great. So we were saying, okay, the book, how I do the book, right? So you got it. Here is you
Right.
create the 7 chapters. What would you do your book on?
It would be like the basics of social media marketing
Okay,
or internet marketing.
so think about that, right? Like, because whatever you read, the point with the book, and you don't make, very few people make money from selling the book. Yes. So very few people, less than 1,000 authors, make money from selling books a year. Yes. But what a book
Okay.
does is it positions you as an expert, right? Because I have a book, you remembered I have a book 10 years ago. That's over 10 years ago that I came up with a book,
Yes.
right? And I don't know if you got
Mhm.
a copy, but basically, like, I was giving away the copies for free, right? But
Right. And it's a position really that not everybody has written a book.
yes,
That may differentiates you from the other people.
yeah, and there's a few benefits to a book. One is it helps clear your thinking in your own mind. Yes. So like when I write a book, it helps me think and formulate ideas. Yes. For instance, I wrote a book, Why Americans Earn 53 Times More Than Pakistanis. Now, this was based on what I did was at TED Talk. Yes. So I was asked to do a TED Talk, and I did the TED Talk. And I came up with a topic, did a TED Talk, and then I just made a book around it, right? Like what I did said in the TED Talk, and I made it a book. Yes. Now, what you can do is, yeah. So what you do is you create a book, and then the book, like, think about something creative and innovative, like social media marketing for dummy. You can't use the word for dummies, but like, you know, like
Like for
whatever
beginners,
for beginners, or think
I
about.
like the experiment, but
Sorry.
I want to experience first by writing the basic one,
Yeah.
then the advanced.
Yeah, perfect. Whatever you like. And a book, we as humans, we speak at 9,000 words a minute, an hour, right? Oh, sorry. We do 150 words a minute, right? So when I'm speaking to you now, it's roughly 150 words a minute, which makes it times 60 is 9,000 words an hour, right? If you can
Right.
make a book more than 18,000 words, it's good enough, right? But really, like, let's say I would say like
Right.
18,000 words, and then what happens is you have a book, right? And so this is what I do with the book. I have can you see my screen?
Yes.
So this is I have book covers. Yeah, these are just some things that I'm messing around with, but I created in PowerPoint because I like it, because it's easy for me to do. Yeah, and then what I do is, so for instance, mental wealth. Like I create the cover. Each of mine is a bit unique. I always use Comic Sans as the writing. Then I have a quote, and the quote is made up. Yes. And then from someone famous, and then it says did not say this, so it's a little funny. And then on the back I have a description, and then I have 3 more made up quotes. Yeah. And so these are like some of the books, like my covers, and these are some other ideas that I've had. Uology, some of the ones that I'm working on in the future, right? So I have like a theme throughout my thing, just like there's a dummies theme, there's a theme, and for me, each book has a different color. but the font and everything is similar. Yeah. So this is like
Right.
I'm just showing you my process. So that's in PowerPoint because it's easy for me to edit, and I don't know Photoshop that well. And then what I do is, this is, for instance, Wealthology. This is the print. Can I get some water? Thank you. So this is the this is Wealthology, for instance. So I'm just opening this up. And by the way, Alvi, you still there? Alvi, you
Oh
there?
yes, I'm still here.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go and pray for a bit because it's almost sunset now.
Sorry?
I had to go to the loo.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Some classes run longer, right? But I would also recommend this as a marketing strategy for your father, right?
Yes.
I like, he can write a book on his experience, like Introduction to Psychology or whatever it is, and then I'll show you guys how to market it as well. Yes.
Thank you for the advice.
Yeah. So basically, it's taken a bit of time to open up.
So 3 takeaways from this session. One is to use Calendly. Another one is to use Google Calendar to organize our therapy sessions. And the third one is, like, in future we could write a book of sorts, like to actually describe our experiences in psychotherapy, like journey and.
Yes. And what happens with the book, for instance, is that you have, then you can market the book. You see, then you have, and the book, then people will ask you to be on TV and stuff, and then they write about your book, right?
Yeah.
And then it positions you as an expert and an authority, right? So just think about it, because you've read my book, right?
Yes, I've read it. Thank you.
Yeah. How did you find it?
I found it things like quite interesting, like your concepts of like how wealth is created, like personal branding, like different aspects, like where you're from, like what university you went to. These are all part of your brand, like, and you are a brand. Like, it was mind blowing, to be honest.
Awesome. So, but you get it, right? I had to do the work once, right? And then I never met you. I still never met you, but I've developed a bit of a relationship with you. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing your dad could do, right? Because he's got even more experience than me. He's 50 and I'm 46. And so he's been doing this thing. He can tell his story in the introduction. Yeah. And then he can do that. You see?
100%.
So he can, like, he works with, like, he's my therapist, so he works with people like myself that are executives and coaches, and what problem I have with my life, like, like, not even a problem, but like, how does he help people get to that next level?
Yeah.
So just consider it, and then that would be great. Yeah. So
I've got to go pray. So
yeah. So let me just sorry, I'm just opening this thing. Just 1 second. I'll just open this PDF version. But this is a.
Yes, I think we would open.
Yeah. This is this, for instance, is my book, right?
You have the book in Dari, by the way. I saw, like, you have different language editions.
Yeah.
Like,
I have it Dari, and I just got it translated into Urdu, and then I have it in Dari, which is in what they speak in Afghanistan. And yeah, like, my idea is, like, I want to spread my knowledge and these ideas like in different parts of the world as well, right?
Have you got a book in Pashto?
Yeah. Not yet. Rushing for a meeting. Benjamin, see you later. No problem. Thanks. And yeah, and you've got your homework. You guys can always leave, but yeah, just work with it. Just one second. I wanted to open this up for Kashif and just close the program. So let me just see if I can do this, because what I wanted to show you, Kashif, was how I've edited the. Well, okay. Basically, what you do is you put the book into a Word document, and then you go to KDP. Your homework, Kashif, is going to be to check out kdp.com.
Okay.
kdp.com. Okay. So can you put that in the chat? Kashif's homework, like how we have Benjamin and Umar and Alvi. Put Kashif's homework. Check out kdp.com. Okay. I'm just going to show you how it works. Yes, this is my account. And basically what you need to, let's say if we wanted to, these are my books, right? But let's say, and you can see them here on Amazon. Like this is how I do my book, right? Here's, for instance, Wealthology. What I do is I go here, I go to, order author copies. Just one second. I go to order author copies, and then I just order a book, right? And it costs me like less than, it costs me like, let's say if I order one copy from amazon.co.uk, it costs me £2.7, which is about $2.50, right? And I can get that shipped to me. But basically, let's just create a new book, yeah, so that you know the process. But your homework is to look at KDP, free ebook, paperback. So we want to do paperback, yes, because paperback is paperback is worth more, right? Because people don't respect ebook as much, right? So when they see a physical book, like you must have seen my Internetism book, it's like it's less people do a book, right? So this is Kashif's book title, Guide to Social Media Marketing. Think about the title and make it something, catchy and good or whatever, right? Subtitle, How to Monetize Social Media Marketing. And Alvi, this is what you will do for your dad as well if he wants to do it. Edition number is optional 1. Then prefix you don't need. Kashif, what is it? Kashif H or
Last
whatever.
name could
Right?
be UL middle name and Hasnain would be the last name. Yes, and I think now you have understood my name as
Huh? Maybe you could put Sayed as a prefix, maybe. But anyway, yeah. So then author, the contributors, you don't need this because you're the only one. Social media marketing is growing. And this is why, whatever, right? You can do that.
Okay.
Do this. Publishing, I own the rights and I hold the necessary publishing rights. This is a public domain work, no. And then keywords, social media marketing. Marketing, business, etc. Now, Alvi, for your dad, it would be psychology or mental health, etc. Categories, choose category. Now, this is where you can do, for instance, you can do education. It could be in business, yeah. Anyway, you get it, right? So you would do education,
I will do the
and
research.
then general, Yes.
Right.
Then adult content, no. And then you basically upload I'll show you how you do it. Print free ISBN you get, publication date, let's say today, print options, black and white interior with white paper, black and white interior with cream paper. This has to do with like the pricing. But I like to keep it cheap as possible, so do it like this. Uh, like white is what it's recommends. I think it does cream for fiction and something. There's some recommendations you can read up about. Then you can do 6x9 inch. That's the standard, but you can do different size. If you go through here, by the way, I have these books, Alvi, and anyone else. You can use them to become my co-author, right? And
Right.
actually, you don't even have to be my co-author. You could even say that you're the author. You just need to change the name, right? And then actually, no, you do have to say that you're my co-author, right? And then you just you just do that, and then this is one of our projects. No bleed, mate or glossy. I think I prefer mate, but read up about it, right?
Yes, glossy means more like
Yeah.
reflection.
And upload manuscript. So you go here, and well, you basically upload. You write the book in Word format, and then you write the book in Word format, and then you turn it into a PDF. Yes, you can save that in a PDF, and then it does this. So, for instance, I'll just show you what yeah. So okay. So you can go here. Book cover. Now, what happens with the book cover? You have to basically make it in what's that thing? Use Photoshop or not it, but basically the way the book cover looks, it's something like this. I'll just show you. It will look like this. It'll be one PDF file. I'll find it if I can. Book cover. This one. Let me just see. No, this is not it. But basically, the book cover is like a three. It just has like let's see. I'll just show you. Maybe it'll. Don't use a cover creator, but basically, it gives you the size, right? We recommend a book cover for a good reader experience. Download KDP template. Learn more about book covers. Or you upload a book cover. and usually it gives you a size. Like it'll say if you have 110 pages, it'll be like this. Create a hardcover. Like, yeah, this is like how the book cover will be. Something like this you will create in a form file, and yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it'll have a front cover. It's the spine. This is the back. It has a place for ISBN. ISBN is just an international uh, standard book number. And then this is how it works. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And then basically
Yes.
you just do that, and then you have. I'll just use the cover creator for now, which is which is Amazon's thing. But what you can do is you can take Wealthology. If you go to amir.com /download, you can see this. You can the book editable versions.
Right.
And you can download Wealthology, and you can become my co-author. You can change it around, and you can call it something else, and we can like that way you don't have to write an actual book, and you can embed in your affiliate link, right? So remember, I'm selling here my products and courses for starting at $1,000. If someone signs in, and you if it comes because of something that you sold, and they can do a one-to-one with me for $500 an hour. If they sign for because of you promoted, you will make 25%, right? So if you help me grow my brand, I will pay you $125 an hour.
Right.
Right? It becomes interesting then, right? And then, so what you can do is you can take that book. Here's the content. Yes. You can download it, and then you can embed in your affiliate link. And if they buy through you, if they buy because of you, you will get 20. You will make 25%. Right? Sign up as an affiliate. Did you do this last week?
Right. Yeah, I have gone through part of it.
Okay. So your first homework is so just WhatsApp group. First homework is look into KDP to publish my book.
Right.
Second is sign up for Amir Anzur affiliate program.
Right.
Okay. And then third I will give you is to draft an outline of my book, of your book. Right? Do you use OneNote? Do you use a PC or do you use a Mac?
I use PC.
PC. In PC, then there's OneNote. Get OneNote, right, and write it through that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, guys. Okay. Anything else? Yeah.
I've got a question. Like, for example, if a course is developed form of like a book, like one is the book, one someone writes and someone prepares a course.
Mm-hmm.
One option is that to get well known in the market, some people put it for free, some people put it paid.
Yeah.
Number one question is it good to launch it or get more people compared to book. If a course is launched on Udemy or YouTube and both are free, which one is better? Either the Udemy free course is better or YouTube course better, because through YouTube you can earn onward long term, but on Udemy